Besides lying that the presidential election was rigged, inviting supporters to D.C. for a wild time, and telling people to march to the U.S. Capitol and fight like hell on January 6, 2021, Donald Trump had absolutely nothing to do with the events that day, insisted his former personal attorney Rudy Giuliani. Giuliani was responding to the dramatic hearing last Thursday by the House Select Committee exposing planning for the event and to overturn the election spearheaded by Trump that preceded the violence. Giuliani called the hearing an embarrassment. I assure you, as I assured you about the stolen election, this was not an insurrection or a coup, Giuliani said Saturday on his podcast, Common Sense. The president had nothing to do with it, and none of the people close to the president did, he added. The way in which they're being treated is an indication of the fascist-type government that the Bidens, the Pelosi's, the socialists, who always like fascist-type government, will run, as long as you keep them in office. Giuliani termed the violence at the Capitol a spontaneous riot. He also suggested without any evidence that the leftist Antifa was significantly involved in an event Trump just described last week as the greatest movement in the history of our country to make America great again. Giuliani himself was deeply involved in attempts to overthrow the 2020 election. He was reportedly a key player in presenting slates of fake electors to replace legitimately chosen electors in certain states in a bid to overthrow the results. The Republican electors declared themselves duly elected and qualified, and sent signed certificates to Washington claiming to affirm Trump as the winner in 5 states he had actually lost. Early this year, Dana Nessel, Attorney General of Michigan, which was one of the states involved, described the operation an open and shut case of forgery of a public record, and called for a federal investigation. This is not political theater. It's not protected speech, Nessel said. It's an attack on the very fabric of our system of government. Last week the disciplinary branch of the District of Columbia Bar Association filed ethics charges against Giuliani alleging that he promoted unsubstantiated voter fraud claims in Pennsylvania. Last June, an appeals court suspended Giuliani from practicing law in New York because he made false statements in a bid to get courts to overturn Trump's defeat. His D.C. law license was also suspended.